Moments ago, the National Football League made an announcement. If the Buffalo Bills make an AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs, as we know, it will be played at a neutral site. They have announced the neutral site. Chris Brockman, you get your wish, sir.
Boom.
You said you wanted it indoors.
Yeah.
You want it removed from the elements, despite the fact that had this game been played, whatever the temperature and the elements would be in Kansas City, Missouri, that would be it for the day. But instead, it's in the climate-controlled comfort of Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well done, NFL.
So
I don't know about that.
I'm with you, man. I would have wanted it outdoors in a spot that's, the home of, the Packers, the home of the Steelers, the home of the Browns. And
Maybe even an AFC site.
Even if it's an outdoor stadium in a warmer climate, like the Rose Bowl, for instance, would have been wild. But I'm imagining Buffalo getting from Buffalo, Western New York, wherever Bills Mafia lives, to Atlanta. It's a huge-ass airport, as we all know, sometimes a little too big in Atlanta for some. But there's a lot of flights into Atlanta and a lot of hotels and a lot of restaurants. I mean, Atlanta's the home of Super Bowls and SEC championship games and national championship games. Obviously, it's no stranger to big-time sporting events, and this would be that. And, again, I know I'm not supposed to traffic in this sort of stuff, but I don't have my head completely in the sand. Let's set that over-under in the mid-60s on that one.
And done. Look, it's
Allen and Mahomes in climate-controlled comfort for the title.
And look, that game's a de facto Super Bowl anyway. Like, I want these teams at optimal performance. And you know who's probably happy about this decision? Every player on those teams. What do you think? They want to go to Green Bay and play in 4 degrees? Absolutely not. Like, be realistic, guys. This is better for everyone.
So you're happy with the decision the NFL
made?
Very
Look at
happy.
You.
I mean, cats and dogs are playing together.
Every once in a while, they get it right.
Okay, there you go. All right.
I don't think they got it right.
It should be outdoors, you think?
At first, I was with him when we initially thought about it. I'm like, yeah, put them indoors. But the fact of the matter is, they wouldn't have had perfect climate in either of these locations, right? It's gonna be cold and snowy in Buffalo, or it's going to be a little chilly in Kansas City. Also, if you're Buffalo, do you want Mahomes to have optimal conditions? No, you want something to maybe try to slow this guy down. You want something to maybe slow Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs down. And now,
I guess this is the latest imperfect solve in this entire, what would you say, narrative storyline.
But I won't complain, Rich, because of the circumstance that led us here. Kind of put everything in perspective. So that's why I would hope that
DeMar Hamlin's out of the hospital.
Yeah, I would hope that people who have a problem with it kind of realize what got us to this point and kind of put your anger to the side and go, well,
it's been a weird year, top to bottom, beginning to end. So, this is fine.
And the fact, again, that DeMar Hamlin is home from the hospital allows us to have this as an argument or a take or a conversation in a sports pop culture show like this one. And then, of course, we should say that there are 5 other teams in the AFC, including a third-seeded Cincinnati Bengals, one would say leading the charge, raising their hand, saying, hold on a second.
Yeah, we might need to get to that point.
Business about we're going to Atlanta. And maybe nobody's going to Atlanta.
Good point.
Maybe Cincinnati's going to Buffalo to knock them out. And maybe, the Jaguars take care of the Chargers, or the Chargers take care of the Jaguars, and the Chargers wind up being the maybe lowest seed still available, and you see Chargers versus Chiefs one more time, and I would proffer to say that's the team the Chiefs wouldn't want to see.
Chargers?
Seeds 4. Well, if you had to choose a team the Chargers wouldn't want to see seeds currently 4 through 7 right now, which team would they want to see the least coming to their stadium, coming off their bye?
The Chiefs, you mean? Right?
The Kansas City Chiefs in their divisional round. Which is the team they would want to see least? I'd go Chargers. You don't want a division opponent that knows you and you know them, and they play tight games in Kansas City, not Los Angeles, and they played one in Los Angeles. But and I'm sure Travis Kelce's like, why am I concerned? They never cover me. I score 15 times a game against them. What are we talking about?
Look, I don't think the Chiefs are out there ring around the rosy, and I don't think they're worried about a whole lot.
I know, but that said, this is just for conversation piece,
of course.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.